I'm actually in Central Hall right now. And yesterday we covered Sydney Central, got to cover all the hands-on workshops. But this time I'm gonna go around today, take you along with me for the ride, go on tour, show you how I network here at NAB show. And while I was networking, I actually found this really interesting, amazing contraption. And I just had to ask, who are you? What are you doing here? What is this? And get a whole interactive experience. So how are you today, Walter?
I'm fine, Nikki. How are you today?
Good. So as you told me, you flew all of this gear in from Boston?
Yes, I go everywhere, like Toronto. I go to Toronto, I go to Boston, I go to New York. I fly and take trains and drive with it.
Oh my gosh. So what was the inspiration behind building this rig? I mean, I know a lot goes into building the rig of your dreams, but you literally have this on wheels. You can push it around. You could be a one-person band. I mean, this is amazing. Can you walk us through your setup here?
Yes. So we start from like why I came up with the concept?
Sure.
So I used to be a show pony in a booth demonstrating lighting. And then I would never get to leave the booth. And I would demonstrate constant lighting. So when I started to venture outside the booth, I wanted to do interviews, but I want to be able to do it with one or two cameras so I can do one-take interviews without having to do after B-roll. So with the 3 cameras and 4 cameras for behind the scenes, within 1 minute, I can go from you saying yes immediately to 1 minute with everything within 1 minute to start recording with 2-3 cameras with audio, boom audio, and trade shows are very busy and hectic, so this gives me the opportunity to roll around. It's not really wider than I am, and it's all battery operated, so I have to be self-contained, one-man orchestra, and I can do it quickly. And then this is version 3.5.
This is a version 3.5. How many versions were there before?
1. After every show, I make an upgrade. Okay. So I was at a show in New York called Cine Gear Expo. And from that show, I learned that I need some additional battery power for my cameras, and I wanted to have a quicker light, so I went with the panel light. And at show in Toronto, I learned about Sony audio. So every show, I'm actually an attendee with privileges that I get to interview people that I want to get to know more about. So when I'm editing the video, I do everything I do. I bring it from Boston, I shoot it, I edit it, and when I do that, I actually learn about the product when I'm at home. So once I found out how good the audio is, I actually bought the audio because of the interview I do with the guy named Andy from Sony. So I'm actually an attendee that loves doing this. Aww. With benefits of being able to do this video.
I love this. Well, first of all, when was your first NAB show?
This is my first NAB show.
This is your first NAB show? Because I was going to say, when you were here, what did you learn from the first time that you added equipment to? But I guess from the last show, you added the Sony. But
yeah, so every show, like this show, I'll make some slight adjustments because I want to be more efficient.
Yes.
So within 1 minute, like I told the nice camera operator, Eric, he was shocked that I said within 1 minute, I have to be fully operational. So when we go over the stand, I can show you how long it takes me to set it up, and everything's time code. Everything that I do is to make it easy for me to edit.
Okay, well, let me go on this side so we don't get all trapped in our wires, and I'd love for you to give us an overview of everything that you have going on here.
You want to start from the top to the bottom? Or
sure, let's do it. I guess, let's say, for instance, if I was your subject, right here, I want to know exactly how it makes it work.
Okay, so do me a favor. You come over here. So, Nicki, can I interview you for my YouTube channel?
Okay. Yes. You have my consent.
Thank you, Nicki. So wait 1 second, and this is how fast. Nicki said yes. I think this also opens up doors.
Okay.
So when you know what I mean, like when you come in with this, people.
Okay.
I'm trying. Don't take Nicki's mic away. So basically, having this, people know that I'm pretty legit. So it's pretty quick. So you hold that, and then what I'm gonna do is hold that too.
Okay.
So you're right there, Nicki.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this is insane.
Turn the light on.
This is like a moving, roving studio. Oh my goodness. Are you watching this all right now? How easy it is for him to just adjust right now. I see at least 3 cameras facing me with all different audio. I literally just taught audio 101 class. I said always have 2 forms of audio. I think he has like 6.
They can come this way a little bit.
Okay. I even got this boom one up here. Do you see that up here?
Back up a little bit.
Okay.
Nicki.
Okay.
Thank you, Nicki.
Wow. I'm just in awe.
Come this way a little bit, Nicki.
Okay.
Back up a little bit, Nicki.
Okay. And I love how he's directing me as well. So I know exactly where to go as a subject. Wow.
Nicki, stand.
Look at this articulating arm.
You hold the mic up, Nicki.
Yes. I'm holding 2 mics because this one's for him and this one's for ours.
Thank you, Nicki.
Uh-huh. What in the world? Okay.
So
I definitely.
this is my B camera, and if I wanted to show off your logo,
Okay.
this is an example. I have this on your logo,
Okay.
and then I have this one on the camera operator. That's sort of cool. And then I hit record, 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 and record, and then come over here. I have the monitor in the back. I can just quickly make an adjustment. And I have a wide angle lens. So I have a monitor in the back. It's a confidence monitor for me. Nicki's backs up a little bit. I have f3.2. Everything's on shutter speed 60. And now Nicki is looking great. And with the Sony, I do eye track focusing. And now Nicki is live.
Oh my gosh.
So let's do a combo.
Yeah, let's do a combo. Do you want to hold this mic and I'll hold this mic? This is insane. And I'm loving that we have Eric also on the operating our camera, just being able to get you all the views from in front and behind the camera. As we all know, when we are attendees here getting the best shot, this is truly like a phenomenal rig, Walter.
So basically we're here with Nicki. We're at NAB 2023. This is my first NAB. This is not Nicki's first NAB. So how long you been doing this for, Nick?
You know, I came here in 2018, and so I would say even during the panorama, as I like to call it, so minus the 2 years not in person, it's been about 5 years now.
That's awesome, Nicki. This is my first time, so thank you very much. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no, this is really awesome. I cannot believe this is your first time. Oh, he's even popping out a monitor so we are able to see ourselves, because that's what I do. When I was a one-person band, I'd also have a dolly, not as crazy as this, but I would always rely on that flip-out screen when I was going around the show floor just by myself. But this, you've figured it all out now.
Thank you, Nicki. So we start from the top. We have a, should I talk about brands?
Yeah,
So Nanlux is a brand they have a big giant booth, Nanlux Nanlite.
they're here. Yep, they're here.
Sennheiser's here, that's a 416. Sony FX3, FX30, A7R5, Sennheiser on top. Bebop is here too from Germany. All this stuff represented at NAB.
Wow.
Tentacle Sync. Somebody asked me, how do you get 3 cameras, 4 cameras with audio?
Uh-huh.
So we have everything's Tentacle Sync, which is also a sponsor here. I have a Gentry battery that powers up the monitor. I have spare batteries from Nanlite, 26 volts, that keeps the light going the whole day. I didn't have anything. Each camera has a battery below it, which adds supplemental power. They're also sponsored NAB Core SWX. Avenger is a sponsor at the AC lighting booth. That's an Avenger rolling stand. Manfrotto grips.
Oh my
and
gosh.
Matthew's grip thing up there that's holding the light and also the boom. And then Kupo is in the Nanlite booth. That's how I can do that.
Yeah, that's incredible. And do you have anything for mobile as well?
Say again?
For like cell phones, or everything's just really on these cameras right here?
And then if I want to, I'll be right back.
Okay, he's bringing out the monopod.
So basically, if you hold that for me, Nicki.
Yep.
So if I have somebody that's presenting really well, I have this another Sony, because everybody wants behind the scenes. Also with Tentacle Sync, Anton Bowers is sponsored NAB. This is the ZVE10, and what I do is oops, sorry. Can you do some behind the scenes?
Wow.
And then I have a behind the scenes.
This is truly amazing. We're seeing Walter's entire process. I'm really honored by this, by the way.
So a lot of
Thank you.
people nowadays with Instagram and TikTok and everything like that, they want behind the scenes. So I can basically set up that monopod if somebody's going autopilot, like if you're talking and you're just going, I put that. Oh, sorry. I put that in the background at the same time, and everything's time code, so I can have everything synced up. So this camera that's on the behind the scenes, I'll be able to add to the footage of these 3 cameras.
Oh my goodness.
Is that cool?
That is so cool. And first of all, I just say, how long does it take for you to set this up before you go live?
If I go fully speed, 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Because luckily for me, I'm able to keep the stand in the AC lighting booth. And at the end of the show, I take the cameras and bring those back to my Airbnb.
Okay.
And then I charge out the batteries. I download cards. Yesterday I ran out. I have like 1-2 terabytes of cards. I did so many interviews yesterday that I just squeaked in my last interview with Sony. So I was up to
You made it.
Yeah, 10:30. I was still downloading cards.
Oh my gosh. Now, you have a lot of brands right now that you're working with that are represented at NAB
That's
Shoe.
what I like.
What is the reaction when you roll up to one of the gear sponsors that you have? What is the reaction when you roll up and they have never seen this contraption before?
Well, it does stand out a little bit. It does, it's people. You all in this type of work, so you appreciate this.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that's pretty cool. What are you doing? And then once you see an operation, because I'm pushing this around, but as you saw, within 1 minute, we're fully operational, and I can do a high quality, good audio interview that's a little bit higher end than, say, your phone. And also the biggest thing I do is I'm never really in front of the camera. It's all about the experience as an attendee. I bring the attendees' experience to them to hopefully have them come to the show. So that's why I'm trying to see as many booths as I can, because I really want people to come to the show in person.
Yes.
We've been in COVID.
100%.
So we've been, with COVID, we've been all virtual. But by doing this, I want people to get a little taste of why you should come to NAB or go to other shows. So I'm doing it from the attendees' perspective.
Amazing. And from an attendee's perspective, and your first time, why should people come to NAB Show?
That's good. So I always think so for an example, I met Bebob, the German-based battery company, and I got to meet the representative to get a face-to-face. I like face-to-face interaction.
Yes.
Sony, I've been with them for a while now, but it's nice to meet people that actually create the FX brand, or the people that are actually from China that makes that Nanlux light. They're actually here at the show. So if you instead of like posting online and griping and asking questions or whatever, you can actually talk to the people that you want to do business with. So I think that's sort of cool.
No, that's 100%. What has been the most exciting technology or piece of equipment that you feel like you're going to add to this contraption now? Or what do you need? This is your moment to let all the brands know what you need.
So I did one of my last interviews yesterday was with Rode.
Okay.
And Rode just came out with the Podcaster Mini.
Yes.
That we actually did a test run, and because he mentioned that I can be able to do all this audio directly into the Rode Mini Podcaster that have amazing audio, right? Like without having to do extra steps. That was sort of like I just stumbled upon them in the B&H booth.
Yes, we did an interview with them yesterday, so make sure you check that out.
What was it?
They were awesome.
Yeah, so that B&H or the Rode?
A Rode, because Rode was at the B&H.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So that would make it 3.6. Is that little, because to have great audio is straight out of the mic. That's sort of cool, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right, so what's your game plan now? What's your game plan to tour the rest of the floor?
I would like to do about 25 interviews, and then I get to meet interesting people like Nicki, and then Eric, and then Haley, and this gentleman over here. He's the audio man, I can see. Andre. Thank you, Andre. So Nicki was phenomenal. She came by and she liked I was hanging out in the B&H booth, and she stopped by, and this is the highlight of my show.
Aww.
Thank you, Nicki.
Well, honestly, this has been a highlight. This is honestly the last full day at NAB Show. I just saw you and I was like, I gotta know what this man's story is. So Walter, you've been so kind, you've been so generous in giving us a full behind the scenes of your arc. And I just wish you a very fruitful NAB Show, and that you're gonna get all the gear that you could possibly need, because who would not want to be a part of this? So
thank you, Nicki.
Thank you so much, and I'm gonna toss it back to Ryan.
Is that all right?
Yeah, it was just like...
Yeah, but it's sort of cool, right?
It was so cool. It was like a meta. It's like breaking the.
Well, we actually did it.
Breaking the fifth wall.
Thank you, Nicki. It was very nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks for being so generous.
You're generous. It's a win-win. Thank you, Nicki.